Okay, well, welcome back, everyone. We are excited today to have Kira Magaril with Washington County's Disability, Aging, and Veteran Services today with us. They are one of our co-hosts and main sponsors for the Life After Loss conference, and we are very appreciative for your involvement and your contributions in helping put this together. So welcome, thank you. Kira, tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about Washington County DAVS.
Yeah, my name is Karen Magrill, she, her, hers. As you said, I'm an older adult behavioral health specialist, and part of that role in the county is working to bridge the gap between mental health services and aging services. And there's a big gap there. So we do that through education, through training, through special projects and programs like this. And then we also can provide one-on-one case consultation to folks that might be falling in the cracks of those systems. So that's kind of broadly what we do. I'm embedded into our county's aging services, DAVS, Disability, Aging, and Veteran Services. And what DAVS does is that we provide programs and services to help maintain and enhance the quality of life for older adults in Washington County that we serve. And that might mean programs and services to help people age in place and keep them in their homes. Maybe we're providing family caregiver support or getting people connected to in-home care support, or getting people connected through our Aging and Disability Resource Connection, getting them connected to services and programs external to what we offer in the county. So those are just a few of the things that we do here at DAVS.
Excellent. I would imagine that kind of like any software or app program, there's a lot of resources and things that you can do and access through DAVS that maybe people don't realize and maybe don't take advantage because they just don't know they exist. What are some of those maybe top resources that you might share with anyone that might be listening?
Well, I think that comes up a lot. I think people call us and maybe are not quite sure what they're looking for or what they might be eligible for, what's really out there. And that's the perfect call to make to us, because we are really that hub of information. The ADRC, the Aging and Disability Resource Connection, is actually statewide. But it's a federally funded program. So wherever you are in the United States, there's an ADRC that's serving your area that's providing those similar functions of information and resources. So you don't necessarily have to know what you're looking for. But I will say that what you said, people have that experience a lot where they didn't know, oh, I didn't know that somebody could help me pay my bills. I didn't know that in-home care might be available. I didn't know that respite care for family caregivers would be available, or support groups, or help filling out forms to enroll for state benefits. So there's lots of little programs and things that we do that people are not always aware of. And of course, you'd want to call. You can talk to one of our counselors, our options counselors, to see what might be available to you. And see if you would be eligible to participate.
Excellent. Are there any specific criteria for people to be eligible?
That's a great question, and it really depends on what program or service. For my services, I kind of serve folks 55 and up through the Older Adult Behavioral Health Initiative. So if somebody is looking for, say, depression treatment or counseling for depression in later life, then that 55 and up mark is going to be a good fit for some of the programs that I have available that I can connect people to. But that's just one program. Many of our services and DAVS are funded by the Older Americans Act, and that serves folks 60 and older, and also younger adults with physical disabilities. So it really just kind of depends on what bucket of funding that the program is funded by, which is a lot of navigation. We call that system navigation, and it can get very confusing. So if you're not sure if you're eligible, or maybe you even think like, I don't know if I fit, still give us a call. We like to say that we are no wrong door resource for the community. So we have people calling that maybe aren't eligible for what we do in-house, but we can then get you connected to other services and agencies that are more appropriate.
Excellent. So it sounds like a lot of great resources that I'm sure are probably underutilized, and a lot of people out there that could take advantage if they knew about it. So one of the things that we wanted to just talk about a little bit with you today is the Life After Loss conference is coming up next week on the 23rd, and we are super excited. I know for Katie and I, this kind of conference was very instrumental in our healing process after our spouses passed away, and not seeing a lot of opportunities for these kinds of interactions and conferences here locally. We were excited to have a chance to pitch the idea to you and your program. And so what was it about this particular idea and conference that kind of grabbed your attention that made you want to partner up with us on this?
Well, I mean, a couple of things. Of course, we do a lot of end of life planning work. We do a lot of death, dying, and talking about death. We do a lot of work around that. So I think that's how we first got on each other's radar, because it was just a natural fit to get involved in each other's communities. And then, of course, the conference was funded through our Washington County Community Health Improvement Plan, which is I co-chair a committee of that larger plan through our county's public health. And those dollars that we have to fund projects like this are based on a community needs assessment. And one of the needs that was identified in our last assessment was isolation and loneliness, and how it really impacts health and wellness across the lifespan. So there's kind of a long pathway to get to where we were. So if you fast forward to our committee's request for proposals for projects that we do every year, we were so excited to get your proposal and hear about your story and your really, really wonderful idea about holding a conference, which is unique. We haven't done anything quite like that before, or certainly not Life After a Loss conference, but even an event that's kind of bigger like that. So you sent in your proposal, and our committee members reviewed a lot of different proposals that we got. And I'm so excited that they selected yours. And I really think that they felt that this event would address some issues around isolation and loneliness that people can experience once they experience that partner loss.
Yeah, they're definitely, it's shaping up to be that way. We've got some terrific speakers. We have, I want to say 6 or 7 or 8 different people that will be coming in and speaking at different points of the day that will address a lot of those issues and some of the sort of the byproducts of loneliness and isolation that can sometimes they're not directly correlated, but they can be, and sometimes taking care of some of those side issues that in and of itself will take care of, or at least help with some of the isolation and the loneliness. And so we are super excited. I know when Katie and I attended the conference years ago, one of the biggest takeaways for us was just the connections with other people that we knew had been through the same experience as us, and just developing some really close bonds that people we continue to stay in touch with to this day. Really helped us kind of come out of our shell, if you will, of grief and provide some motivation and some inspiration to move forward. So thank you again for co-hosting and helping to put this together. And we are super excited for next week, and we look forward to seeing everybody there. We still have a few spots available, so if you're listening and you've lost a significant other, please register. We think it'll be worth your while. Before we close, any last thoughts or comments?
Well, I should probably let everyone know about the Washington County main line, which is also our ADRC line, and that is 503 846-3060. So that is the one-stop shop to give us a call and access any of our programs and services, but also to find out about external programs and services too.
Excellent. Is there an easy web address that you can share, or is that a little more complicated?
Oh, well, we could give it a try. It's washingtoncountyor.gov.gov/DAVS, DAVS.
Okay, terrific. All right. Well, thank you, Kara, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody next week.
Okay, thanks, Corey. Thanks so much.